Okay, Mr. Roboto, the judge is coming out now.
Okay.
Okay, this is cause number 2020-66944 in the instance of Jonathan and Adeline Robledo. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am, are you on video, Miss Robledo?
No.
I am.
Okay. Please state your name and your relationship to the children, Ms. Robledo.
Okay, and my name
Jonathan.
is
Ma'am,
me or him?
ma'am, you
Okay, so
please.
my name is Adeline Robledo, and I'm the mother of Jonathan Smith Robledo and Adeline Robledo.
All right, sir, your name and your relationship to the children,
Jonathan Robledo, and for the father.
and for the state.
Sharday Parker, Your Honor.
And what are we doing today, Ms. Parker?
Your Honor, we are just reading the agreements into the record. Mr. Robledo, where he is, he doesn't have good service, so he can't sign anything.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, the parties have agreed that Mr. Robledo is the father of the children. They've agreed to joint managing conservatorship with Ms. Robledo having the exclusive right to designate the primary residence within Harris and contiguous counties. They've agreed to a standard possession order with the a standard possession order for Mr. Robledo. They've agreed to the children. They have government health insurance, and the cash medical support on that is $99 per month. The child support is $409 per month, and then the retroactive child support is for the period of July 12th, 2019 through July 28th, 2021 is $14,815, which will be paid back at $125 per month. Agreed to court cost as billed, and that if there is any medical expenses, they're each responsible for 50% of the medical expenses, Your Honor. That's
Uninsured medical expenses.
uninsured medical expenses, Your Honor, yes.
All right.
And those are their agreements, Your Honor.
All right. So far, is that your agreement, Mr. Robledo? Miss Robledo?
Yes.
So how much is
All right.
in total?
Total what, sir?
Because what the pay what I have to pay for the child support?
Oh, well, child support's 409. What are the other figures, Miss?
So what is the total they're gonna take out of my check?
633. 633 is the total.
Because right now
Right.
you had told me it was $400.
$400 is the child support, and then I told you what the medical support was, which was $99, and then to pay on the back pay is $125. So all that is a total of $633.
Yeah, because that's gonna be out of my budget. There's no way I'm gonna afford that.
Sir,
Still live,
sir, do you agree to that or you don't?
no, I don't.
Okay, so we're going to have a hearing.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so let me just so we're clear, what is it that you don't agree to? The amount?
Yeah, the amount.
Okay, so we're not.
Okay.
That's the only thing we're gonna have a hearing on, Your Honor. Everything else he's still good with.
Okay,
No,
sir,
wait a minute.
sir, do you agree
Huh?
to paying, do you agree to the child support guidelines of paying $409 a month in child support?
$409 for child support.
$409 for child support.
Yeah.
Okay, do you agree also that because the children are on government assisted insurance that you're going to contribute $99 towards the cash medical support?
Say that again. I didn't get that. I don't get real signal, so it's kind of choppy the conversation.
Okay, you understand that the children are on government medical insurance.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure because I don't have no communication with the mom.
Okay, but that's what the mom is indicating, that the children are on government medical insurance. So
Okay.
the state is asking that you contribute $99 a month for the government medical insurance. Do you understand that?
I understand that part, yes.
Okay, so are you in agreement with that?
I understand that part, yes.
So you are in agreement with that part.
Man, it's because it's all confused. Y'all already got me confused. First y'all say 400, now y'all breaking up 400, 200, and then another 100. I don't understand.
Okay, so there's three things. Three things. One is child support. That's
Okay.
409.
Okay,
One
I got a
is
question on.
one is
Go
cash
ahead.
medical support. That's $99 a month. And the other one is for money that you owe for back child support.
Okay.
And that is a total
120,
that is a total of how much?
14,815 dollars with the payback amount at $125 per month.
All right, you understand that?
I understand that part, but why is it 400 a month on child support?
Okay, Miss Parker, can you explain that?
The 400 a month on child support is based on your monthly income, which was reported. And for the second quarter of the year, you received $6,620.14. So that would make your gross monthly income. Let me log back into this thing.
I understand that part, but that's including
That's why
overtime.
it's
I don't.
based. But I
That
understand
the
what you're
only
saying.
the thing is I don't do overtime all the time. So y'all guys want me to pay
All right,
something when
all
it
right.
could.
All right, Mr. Robel, it was my understanding that you were in agreement with this, with everything that was
Well,
in
yes,
this, but
yes,
now you're
because she didn't
not.
explain. She no, because she didn't explain to me everything. She first of all,
Okay,
she had told me $400. Now,
we're gonna recess in order to have further negotiations on this matter.
All right, Your Honor,
All
just
right,
take
okay,
us. We'll stay right here. We're not. No, we're still coming back today. Like it's not over. Just take us off live YouTube
it's not
because
over, but I expect uh, this evidently he didn't understand, it wasn't fully explained to him. Somebody has to fully explain this all to him.
we did.
Okay, so I'm not making any entries at this point, and
Okay.
we're recessing for negotiations.
Okay.
is there a way we could do this like on face to face? Because I don't.
Sir, you need to log into what, Miss
No, no,
Parker?
Your Honor. No, we're just gonna stay right here. Just take us.
No. You're not going to stay right here in front of me to
No,
negotiate.
you're okay, Your Honor. Because
And
if we just go off YouTube, because you're not gonna still be sitting there. Because there's nobody else coming over right now. And it's
yeah,
easier to stay
yes,
right
there
here.
is. Yes, we have a hearing.
Okay, Your Honor. Okay.
Get on back to wherever you were before so that you can see if you can straighten this matter out. I'm not going to sit here and listen to you all negotiate on this. Okay.
Okay. So just log back into the where we were.
Can you give me the?
Yeah, I can give it to you.
Your Honor, I got a question. According
Mr.
to the
Robledo,
certificate,
Mr. Robledo, you're going to go on and log in to that other place where you were before. If you have any questions, you can ask it then. I have a hearing coming up.
okay, thank you.
Now
Okay,
you have the
Mr.
So
number?
Robledo, it's
Okay.
892-0876
sorry,
389. Okay, I
you
can
were
give it to
cutting
you.
off.
892-0876 3897.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
No problem.
right, are we dealing with the Miranda and Mendes children at this point?
Your Honor, that's Spanish speaking, so I'll wait to be last on that, Your Honor.
That's the only one we have. We're doing that one. Are all the parties here?
Your,
Let me make
Your Honor,
Go ahead, Ms. Turner.
I'm sorry, somebody say something.
I guess, yes, I guess Maria didn't know that we were coming over on the Avalos case.
No,
I sent over an exhibit.
no. You need to let her know.
Okay.
All right, so we're dealing with the Miranda and Mendes children. This is cause number 2021-01612 in the interest of Ismael and Miranda and Jasmine Mendez. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn in this matter.
Esta es la causa 2021-016112 en el interés de los niños Ismael Méndez Miranda y Jasmine Sophie Méndez. Todos los padres y los testigos levanten la mano derecha.
Is there only one party here?
There should be two, Your Honor.
Who are the two parties? Is somebody on telephonically or what?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Phone number ending in 631. Can you please unmute yourself and identify yourself for the court, please?
Señor del teléfono 631, ponga la bocina de su teléfono marcando estrella.
Is that the party, the 631 telephone? All right. All witnesses, please raise your right hands. Witnesses and parties, please raise your right hands to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Los
Yes.
padres y los testigos levanten la mano derecha, juran decir la verdad y solo la verdad ante Dios.
Sí.
Yes.
Miss Miranda, please unmute yourself.
Señora, ponga la bocina de su teléfono, no la escuchamos.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. Ma'am, please identify yourself and your relationship to these children.
Señora, diga su nombre completo y la relación de los niños.
Noemí Miranda García. Soy la mamá de Yasmín Méndez, Sophie. Y de
My name is Noemi Miranda Garcia. I am the mother of the children.
All right. Baje la mano, señor. Sir, your name and your relationship to the children.
Señor, ¿cuál es su nombre completo y la relación de los niños?
Rosendo Méndez de la Merced. Soy el papá de Ismael y de Yasmín.
Rosendo Méndez de la Merced. I am the father of Ismael and Jasmine.
All right. And counsel, your name and who you represent.
That is on a different case, Your Honor.
Oh, it's a different case.
Yes.
Okay. So both these parties are pro se.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. We've got an original petition and a suit affecting parent-child relationship, and we're having a hearing. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Do we have any stipulations?
Yes, we do. Your Honor, just for the record, my name is Attorney Angela Jeffries, and I'm with
Sorry.
the Attorney General. No problem.
Okay. What are the issues going to be? Let's start with that.
Sure. The parties have stipulated, Your Honor, to joint managed conservatorship with a geographical restriction for Ms. Miranda to Harris and contiguous counties. The parties have also stipulated a standard possession order, but that issue is where the pickup and drop off shall be during visitation. That is all the stipulations at this time.
I'm sorry. What was that? You broke up the last part on possession and access?
The parties have agreed to a standard possession order, Your Honor. The issue is where pickup and drop off shall be for those children.
Okay. Okay. Issues is,
So the issues before the court, the
yes.
non-disclosure of Ms. Miranda's address, the child support, medical support, retroactive support,
You're
court
breaking
costs.
up, you're breaking up. Exchange
No.
place, non-disclosure, child support,
Medical
else?
support, Your
Cash
Honor,
medical support,
retroactive support,
retro. All
And-
right.
costs, Your Honor.
And court costs.
Court costs, yes.
All right, let's proceed.
Thank you. The state calls Natasha.
Mr. Lakers, you can, you can log out or whatever it is that you need to do. You're not involved in this case.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, yes, sir.
Your Honor, the state calls Natasha Bidu.
All right.
Estado está
Bidu.
llamando a la señora Natasha Biru.
Where are you employed, Ms. Bidu?
The Office of the Attorney General, Child Support Division.
Ella trabaja para la oficina de manutención del Attorney General.
Okay. And what is the nature of and duties as a child support officer?
To investigate and calculate wage information for non-custodial parents in compliance with the Texas Family Code.
Ella investiga basado a la ley de familia, las investigaciones de cuánto tiene que pagar el padre sin custodia.
And have you received special training to calculate child support and retroactive support in compliance with the Texas Family Code, ma'am?
Yes.
Ella ha sido entrenada para calcular las calculaciones correctas.
And have you calculated child support in this matter?
Yes.
Right.
Calcula,
Go ahead, señor.
calculó la manutención médico.
And what have you calculated the gross income for Mr. Mendez in this case, ma'am?
Gross is $3,683.33.
El salario que el señor gana al mes son $3,683.33.
And what are the net resources that you calculated in this case, ma'am?
$2,879.02.
Y los ingresos que el señor gana después de los impuestos son $2,879.02.
Right. And what percentage did you apply in this case?
25.
El porcentaje de 25%.
All right. And what is the child support amount based on the guideline?
Child support is $720 per month.
Basado en las calculaciones de 25%, el señor tendrá que pagar a $720 de manutención.
And what is the cash medical you would recommend being set in this case?
$221 per month.
Lo que recomienda para que el señor pague lo del médico son $221 al mes.
Right. And as far as the retroactive support, did you calculate the retroactive support, ma'am?
Yes.
Basado al retroactivo, ella también calculó lo que tiene que pagar del retroactivo.
And what period did you calculate the child support for, ma'am?
From October 22nd, 2020 to today, in July 28, 2021.
Las fechas que ella calculó fueron de octubre 22, 2020 hasta el día de hoy, que es julio 28, 2021.
Okay. And what was the gross income that you calculated for that period of time, ma'am?
$3,683.33.
El salario que el señor ganó durante ese tiempo son $3,683.33.
And what was the net resources you calculated in this instance?
$3,101.64.
Y lo que él ganó después de los impuestos son 3,101,64 centavos al mes.
And what was the total retro amount that you calculated for 10 months due in this case?
$7,750.
La calculación de los 10 meses de retroactivo son 7,750.
How much was that total amount?
$7,750.
Okay.
Nothing further for this witness, Your Honor. I pass the witness.
Well, what type of payout were you recommending on the retroactive?
Your Honor, there is some direct payment that was made in this case, and that will come up in testimony. So that would be
All
the
right.
payout will be subject to that.
Okay. Miss Miranda, do you have any questions of Ms. Badu?
Señora Miranda, ¿usted tiene preguntas a la señora Bidú?
No.
No.
Mr. Mendez, do you have any questions of Ms. Badu?
Señor Méndez, ¿usted
No.
tiene preguntas a la señora Bidú?
No.
No.
All right. May she be excused, Ms. Jeffries?
Yes, you may, Your Honor.
All right, you're excused,
Thank you,
Ms.
Your Honor.
Badu. All right.
Thank you. The state calls Naomi Miranda Garcia.
El Estado llama a Naomi Miranda García.
Ms. Garcia, you're the mother of Ismael and Jasmine, is that correct?
Señora, ¿usted es la madre de Ismael y Jasmine? ¿Eso es correcto?
Sí, es correcto.
All right, and you agreed to, you heard what I read into the agreement, and that is so far what we've agreed to, is that correct?
¿Usted está de acuerdo en lo que ella leyó en al principio? ¿Que están de acuerdo ustedes dos?
Yo estoy de acuerdo.
She agrees.
Okay. Now, as far as pick up and drop off, where would you want the pick up and drop off of your children to occur?
Basado a dónde va a recoger y dejar a los niños durante las visitaciones, ¿en qué lugar quiere que el Señor recoja y deje a los niños?
Yo prefería en un lugar público.
She prefers in a public place.
Okay, and why would you prefer pick up and drop off to be in a public place?
¿Por qué prefiere que él recoja y deje a los niños en un lugar público?
Por seguridad mía y pues también por cualquier cosa estoy en lo público. Realmente no me
For
siento.
safety reasons, and if anything happens, I'm in public.
Okay, and where would you propose pick up and drop off the children occur at?
¿A dónde usted propone que los niños se recojan y se dejen durante las visitaciones?
El lugar público es en un McDonald's que está cerca de mi casa.
The public place is the McDonald's near her house.
Okay. And in the last 2 years, has there been any issue of family violence between you and the non-custodial parent?
En los últimos 2 años, ¿ha visto violencia doméstica entre usted y el señor?
Yo digo violencia psicológica, verbal, pero no sé si ustedes lo dicen violencia doméstica, pero en sí es verbal.
I will say that it's more mentally and dijo mentalmente y qué más?
Verbal.
Verbally and mentally abuse, but not physically. I'm not sure if you consider that family violence.
Okay. Do you believe if the non-custodial parent had your address, he would cause you harm or harassment?
¿Usted cree que si el señor tiene su dirección, él le va a causar este daño o va a seguirla?
Pues yo prefería que recoja a los niños en un lugar público.
Señora, conteste la pregunta. Si él estuviera su dirección, ¿usted piensa que él le causaría este daño a usted o seguiría seguiría?
Sí, no me siento segura.
I don't feel safe. Yes, I don't.
All right, let me hear what mental and verbal abuse are you talking about, and when did it happen, Miss Miranda?
Señora, ¿cuándo ocurrió el abuso mental y verbal? ¿Y qué ocurrió?
Ok, pues durante 2 años acá, cuando discutíamos, él me hablaba golpeado y pues él es el que tiene un carácter fuerte. Y cuando uno hablaba, pues luego me hablaba con groserías, como si yo soy una burra o no eres, si eres una mula que no entiendes, cosas así.
Okay, well, espere. You
Ok,
want
señora.
you want to interpret so far? Or you
In
want
the
her to
past
start
2
again?
years,
Okay.
yes, in the past 2 years, he has said, he has cursed me out and he has insulted me. He has called me names like if I'm dumb, if I'm a donkey. He has a strong character.
And
Okay,
what else?
¿Sí, señora?
And what else, ma'am?
Y yo le decía que a mí no me hablara de esa manera. A mí me gusta hablar normal, no me gusta que me estén hablando con groserías, que me estén insultando.
Okay, wait.
I had
Espere.
Señora,
Espere,
déjeme traducir. I
Okay.
had told him several times not to insult me and not to speak to me in that manner because I do not like to like that.
You don't like him to cuss at you, is that correct?
¿Usted no le gusta que él la insulte, le diga groserías?
No, porque yo no hablo así y él lo sabe.
No, I do not speak like that and he knows it.
Has he ever caused you any injuries, or you or the children any injuries or abuse of some type?
Él la abusaba a usted físicamente, donde le causó moretones o daños a usted
No, pero
Or the children?
o los niños. Él abusó a los niños o los golpeó o los dejó moretones.
pues cuando se necesitaba que les pegara, sí les pegaba. Pero sí,
When he needed to hit the children, he would hit the children.
So if he knows where you live, is he likely to cause you or the children any harassment, abuse, serious harm, or injury?
Si él tuviera su dirección, él puede causarle a usted daño o acoso a usted o a los niños.
a mí, más que nada, no me siento segura.
To me, mainly me,
All right.
feel secure, safe.
Okay. Does he know where you live now?
¿Él sabe dónde usted vive ahora?
Sí, porque él viene a levantar a los niños y él sabe dónde vivo.
Yes, he does know where I live. He comes and picks up the children.
All right.
Can I proceed, Your Honor?
Yes.
All right, and so you are asking the court to not disclose your address based on those issues. Is that correct, ma'am?
Señora, basado lo que usted dijo, está declarando que la corte le otorgue que no dé su dirección, se mantenga confidencial.
Pues él lo puede tener, pero no quiero yo que él los levante en mi casa. Yo quiero en un lugar público por cualquier cosa.
He could have the children. I don't want him to pick up the children at my house if anything happens.
Okay. And Ms. Garcia, you're asking that the court set support in this case. Is that correct, ma'am?
I'm sorry, Angela, I couldn't hear you. Say that again.
Ms. Garcia, you're asking that the court set child support in this case. Is that correct, ma'am?
Señora García, usted está declarando que la corte otorgue manutención, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
Okay,
Yes,
and you believe
correct.
that you believe that the child support should be set in guideline with the Texas Family Code. Is that correct, ma'am?
¿Usted está de acuerdo que la manutención sea basado a la ley de familia? ¿Es correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. And to your knowledge, does Ms. Mendez have any other children under 18?
Basado a su conocimiento, ¿usted sabe si el señor tiene otros niños que son hijos biológicos de él? Señora,
¿Dónde?
basado a su conocimiento, ¿usted sabe si el señor Méndez tiene otros hijos biológicos aparte de los suyos, que son hijos de él?
Pues yo sé que tiene un hijo en Florida, pero en sí no hay nada legal. Yo no estoy segura, no hay nada legal que compruebe que realmente es su hijo, como un acta de nacimiento bajo corte o algo así.
She says that he claims to have a child in Florida, but he's not sure that that's Mr. Mendez' biological child because there is no records of birth certificate or a court order for him to be ordered to pay child support.
Okay. And how are your children covered under medical insurance, Ms. Garcia?
¿Cómo están los niños cubiertos en aseguranza médica?
En Medicaid,
Medicaid?
And to your knowledge, does Mr. Mendez have any private health insurance available for these children?
A su conocimiento, ¿usted sabe si el señor tiene aseguranza médica?
no sé la verdad.
No, I do not know.
Okay. And are you seeking any retroactive or back child support in this case, ma'am?
¿Usted está pidiendo dinero retroactivo desde la separación el día de hoy?
Estoy pidiendo lo justo que les corresponde a mis hijos y si él está atrasado, pues que cumpla con su deber, así como me lo ha dicho.
I am requesting what's right for my children. Whatever he has to pay, he shall pay.
Okay. And when did you and Mr. Mendez end up living in the same household together?
¿Cuándo ustedes vivieron juntos en la misma casa?
Desde que nos casamos, marzo
When we-
3 del 2010.
When we got married, March 10th, 2010.
Okay. When did you stop living together, though, as husband and wife?
¿Cuándo pararon de vivir juntos como pareja, esposo, esposa?
Octubre 22 del 2020.
We separated October 22nd, 2020.
Okay. And since October 22nd of 2020, has the non-custodial parent given you any money for these children?
Desde octubre 22, 2020, ¿el señor le ha dado dinero a usted para los niños?
A partir de noviembre, él me dio 300, que él decidió darme esa cantidad.
Starting November of 2020, he began giving me $300, and that's the amount that he said. He decided to just give me $300.
$300 a month, every month since November?
$300 al mes desde noviembre.
Sí, y porque él dijo que si no estaba de acuerdo, pues
Oh, I'll
entonces,
just ask you how much, ma'am. $300 a month, right?
Señora, el juez solo está preguntándole si son $300 al mes.
sí,
Yes.
All right.
Okay. And in total, Ms. Miranda, how much would you estimate those payments to be?
En un total de dinero retroactivo, ¿cuánto usted piensa que le dio directamente a usted?
tres.
Well, let's go this way. Señora, ma'am, when did he first pay you? What month did he pay you first time $300? October or November of 2020?
November,
Señora, ¿cuándo él le dio los primeros $300? ¿En octubre o noviembre?
noviembre.
November.
And he paid you November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, and July?
Él le pagó $300 al mes en noviembre, diciembre, enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio y julio.
Sí, en el mes de mayo no estoy segura. Él está atrasado con lo de un mes, pero yo en sí no le he dicho nada hasta esperar esta fecha.
For the month of May, he is behind, but I have not told him that. I was waiting for today's court date.
Okay. That's the next question, Ms. Jeffries.
All right. And so as far as court costs, who do you believe the court should bill court costs against Ms. Miranda?
Basado en el costo de la corte por traer el caso a la corte el día de hoy, usted, ¿quién decide que pague ese cobro?
Él,
Him.
Okay. And just for clarification, you're saying since November, he actually has not paid you $300 every single month. Is that correct?
Para clarificación, él no le dio $300 todos, ¿correcto?
Sí, nada más está atrasado con lo de un mes.
Yes, he's behind that 1 month.
Thank you. I have no further witness, further questions for this witness.
All right, Mr. Mendez, do you have any questions for Ms. Miranda?
Señor Méndez,
No,
¿usted
sir.
tiene pregunta para la señora Miranda?
No, sir.
Okay.
No.
Ms. Jeffries, call your next witness.
Thank you. The state calls Rosendo Mendez de la Merced. Mr. Mendez, you are the father of Ismael and Jasmine. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
El Estado está llamando al señor Rosendo Méndez de la Merced. Señor, usted es el padre de los niños de Ismael y Jasmine, ¿es correcto?
Yes.
All right. And you heard the stipulations that I read into the record. Those are so far your agreement. Is that correct, sir?
Las estipulaciones que dimos en la corte, ¿eso es lo que está de acuerdo?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. Now, as far as drop off, where would you like the court to order pickup and drop off to be, sir?
Para las visitaciones, ¿a dónde quiere que los niños se recojan y se dejen?
At home. En la casa.
En la at home.
Okay, at whose home, sir?
¿En la casa de
Her
quién,
home.
señor?
Okay. And do you believe that Ms. Garcia's address should not be disclosed, sir?
¿Usted está de acuerdo de que la dirección de la señora se mantenga confidencial, señor?
No, no estoy de acuerdo.
No, he's not in agreement.
Okay. And in the past, when you visited church, where did you pick them up from, sir?
En el pasado, ¿a dónde usted ha recogido a los niños, señor?
En la casa de mis hijos.
At my children's home.
Okay. And has there ever been an issue when you picked up or dropped off your children at Miss Miranda's house?
¿Ha habido un problema usted a recoger a los niños en la casa de la señora Miranda?
No.
No.
Okay. And as far as support right now, you are working. Is that correct, sir?
Basado en manutención, ¿usted está trabajando en este momento, señor?
No, estoy off time.
No, I'm off.
Okay. Are you currently employed somewhere, sir?
Pero usted está trabajando en algún lugar, señor.
Sí, sí.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And how much do you make a week, Mr. Mendez?
¿Cuánto gana la semana, señor?
8.50 dependiendo del trabajo, porque no siempre tengo ese salario. No gano por hora, gano por salario.
$850 depends on the jobs. I have a salary of $850.
Okay. And do you have any other under 18, Mr. Mendez?
¿Usted tiene hijos biológicos menores de 18 años?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. And do you pay child support for a child, sir, via an order?
¿Usted paga manutención para esos niños en una orden de corte?
No, de la corte no.
In the court, through the court, no.
Okay. And does that child reside in the household with you?
I'm sorry, repeat that again.
Does that child reside in the household with him?
¿Ese niño vive en su casa, señor?
No.
No.
Okay. And do you have the guideline amount of $720? Do you believe the court should order you to pay the guideline amount?
¿Usted cree que tiene que pagar la cantidad que la corte está diciendo de 720 al mes?
No.
No.
And why do you believe the court should not order you to pay the guideline amount, sir?
Porque usted no prefiere, porque usted piensa que no debe de pagar la cantidad basado en sus ingresos y lo que la corte de familia pide.
Bueno, primero que nada, yo y ella habíamos quedado en un acuerdo de que 300 al mes es lo que iba a hacer cada mes. Yo no estaba enterado que...
Ok, señor, déjame traducir eso. First of all, the agreement that me and her had was for me to pay $300 a month for child support. Continúe.
Sí, segundo, yo no estaba enterado de que el 20% era de lo que se tenía que deducir de cada uno del cheque. Es algo que no sé, ahora ya lo estoy aprendiendo.
Second of all, I was not aware that I had to pay 20% of child support based on my income.
It's 25%, sir.
Señor, es 25%, no 20%.
Okay, sir.
And so, Mr. Mendez, do you have any health insurance available for your children?
Señor, ¿usted tiene aseguranza médica? ¿Aseguranza privada?
No.
Okay.
No.
And as far as retroactive or back child support, to your knowledge, when did you and Miss Miranda stop living together as husband and wife?
Basado a su conocimiento, basado en retroactivo, ¿cuándo usted y la señora pararon de vivir juntos como pareja, marido y mujer?
La última semana de octubre.
The last week of October.
Okay. And since October of 2020, have you been giving Ms. Mendez, Ms. Garcia money? Yes or no?
Desde la separación en octubre 2020, ¿usted le ha dado pagos directamente a la señora Miranda? ¿Sí o no?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. And how much have you given Ms. Miranda every month for child support?
¿Cuánto le ha dado cada mes a la señora Miranda de manutención?
$300, lo que acordamos.
$300, that's what we had agreed.
Okay. And has he made a payment every month since October of 2021?
¿Usted ha hecho un pago siempre desde octubre 2020 hasta el día de hoy?
Sí, con la corrección de que si hay un mes que no se ha pagado, ha sido por falta de trabajo.
Yes. If there's 1 month that I'm missing, it's because I was not employed.
Okay. Do you remember what month you missed, sir?
¿Se recuerda el mes que no pagó?
Creo que fue mayo, si no me equivoco.
I believe it was on May, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. And you believe the court should give you credit for that money that you directly pay her. Is that correct, sir?
¿Usted está de acuerdo de que la corte le debe dar crédito por el pago que le dio a la señora?
Sí.
Yes.
All right. And how much would you estimate the payments to be, sir, over that time frame?
Durante ese tiempo, ¿cuánto usted calcula de que le dio a ella directamente?
Pues son 300 por 7 meses, casi, no sé.
300 times 7 months. ¿Cuánto es?
Son 1,800.
$1,800.
Okay. I have nothing further for this witness, Your Honor. I pass the witness.
¿No hay ninguna otra pregunta?
Ms. Miranda, do you have any questions for Mr. Mendez?
Señora Miranda, ¿usted tiene preguntas para el señor Méndez?
No, simplemente no estoy de acuerdo en lo que él dice del acuerdo sobre la...
Señora.
Señora, ¿tiene
You
preguntas?
have any questions? I'll let you say something later.
Señora,
No.
¿tiene preguntas? El juez le va a dejar hablar, pero ahora solo le está preguntando si tiene preguntas.
No.
No.
All right. Anything further, Ms. Jeffries?
Yes, Your Honor, I just want to go over the guideline amount that I've calculated based on the testimony real quick in the retro.
All right. Your final argument. Go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, based on the testimony from the child support officer, the gross income is $3,683.33. Sandra, would you translate that for me?
I'm sorry, repeat that again.
The gross child support amount or the gross income in this case is $3,683.33.
Basado en su salario, señor, al mes usted está ganando $3,683.33.
The guideline amount is $720 for child support.
La cantidad que usted tiene que pagar de manutención son 720 al mes.
The cash medical in this case recommended is $221, Your Honor.
Lo que el Estado está recomendando de médicos son 221 al mes.
The retro amount is still $7,750.
El retroactivo de manutención es todavía 7,750.
And if you take into consideration Mr. Mendez's testimony that he paid $300 7 months,
Y el señor testificó de que pagó $300 al mes por los últimos 7 meses.
that would be $2,100. That would be taken off of that retroactive amount, Your Honor.
Van a ser $2,100 que le van a dar crédito.
Where do you get the idea that he only paid for 7 months, Ms. Jeffries?
Your Honor, I
I'm
think
sorry,
he
sir.
testified, that's what he said was that
I think
he
he
paid.
testified that he paid $300 every month except perhaps 1 month. And that's been 10 months, right?
Okay, but I thought he verbally said 7 months, Your Honor, so.
No.
I'm sorry, I'm
Okay.
mistaken on that.
The mother is in agreement with that. He's behind 1 month on the payment of $300. So I'll figure it out.
Okay, well,
Anything further?
nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. Miss Miranda, you wanted to say something now?
Señora Miranda, ¿usted quiere decir algo?
No.
Mr. Mendez, you have something to say now.
Señor Méndez,
Yes, sir.
¿tiene algo que decir?
Yes, sí. En lo que viene siendo los
Yes.
1,800 que yo dije ahorita, son 1,800 de los últimos 7 meses. Pero los otros meses los di cash. No tengo comprobante, solamente es así, cash.
Okay, sir, I'm giving you credit for 9 months of payment. $300 a month.
Él le está dando crédito por 9 meses, no por 7 meses.
Sí, okay.
He's,
Anything further, Mr. Mendez?
That's it, sir.
no, that's it.
All right, what is the address of the McDonald's near the mother's house? Are you all are going to figure that out, Ms. Jeffries?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe prior to this, we did have an address for the McDonald's.
All right, now court finds that the orders in the best interest of the children. Non-disclosure is denied. Pick up and deliver the children to occur at the McDonald's address near the residence of the mother, the address of which will be determined by the Attorney General. Father's ordered to pay child support in the amount of $720 a month. Cash medical support in the amount of $200 a month beginning August 1st, 2021. Retroactive child support judgments awarded in the amount of $5,050 to be paid at the rate of $75 a month beginning August 1st, 2021. Father's ordered to pay court costs as billed not later than what date?
September 28th of 2021, Your Honor.
September 28, 2021. All other stipulations are approved.
Your Honor, may we be excused.
Yes, ma'am.
Señor y señor, vayan a la otra corte, sálganse de aquí.
¿Cuál es la otra corte? Disculpe.
A la donde estaba anteriormente, la 892.
All right, are we working with the Aviles case now?
Sorry, which case, Your Honor?
Aviles?
Yes.
No, okay, Peña is the name of the child. All parties here?
Yes, we're here, Judge.
They're here,
Okay.
Your Honor. They just need to unmute and turn on their cameras.
Okay. All right.
They're-
All right. This is cause number 2020-40825 in the interest of Samia Pena. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
My camera is like blocked.
Okay, we'll keep you on.
Okay.
We'll keep you just on, I guess, telephonically. Uh, Mr. Aviles and Ms. Pena, please raise your right hands. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Aviles, I didn't hear you.
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Samantha Peña, and I'm her mother.
And representing the mother,
Stephen Lakis.
sir, your name and your relationship to the child.
My name is Irvin Aviles, and I am the father.
All right, and for the state, do we have anybody representing the state here? If you can unmute yourself, Ms.
Marcella
Turner.
Turner.
All right. We have a petition to establish a parent-child relationship.
Correct.
We're having a hearing. Do we have any stipulations?
Yes, we do, Your Honor. Prior to reading the stipulations, if the state is asking the court to take judicial notice of the prior temporary order signed by this court, May 4th of 2020.
All right, let me pull it up. May 4th. Okay. That was a temporary order establishing the parent-child relationship. Okay. All right. Did we lose Miss Turner again?
I believe so.
Yes, we lost her, Your Honor.
Okay. Why are you butting in, Parker?
I was just trying to help you. I didn't know.
I understand. Ms. Parker, were you able to come to an understanding on the Robledo case?
No, Your Honor. That's why we were coming back. It was
All right.
yeah.
Okay. We're going to have a hearing on that, correct?
Now it looks about on. There's like two issues, but we can when it's our turn. We're waiting for him to come back because I believe he logged in over here, but we were in the waiting room for a while. So Angela's trying to get him back.
All right. In the meantime, we're trying to get Turner back.
Yes.
Oh, let's admit Miss Turner. Miss Turner, wherefore art thou? There you are. Okay. All right. So I am taking judicial notice of the temporary order establishing the parent-child relationship. Do we have some stipulations to read into the record?
We do, Your Honor. The parties have agreed to a confirmation of arrears regarding the child support as of July 27th of 2021. in the amount of $334. The parties have agreed to a medical support arrears judgment in the amount of $452 as of July 27th of 2021. The parties have also agreed that all under the temporary order regarding conservatorship, possession and access, and the non-disclosure should remain the same. The parties have also agreed that Mr. Avalos will be ordered to cover medical and dental insurance through his employer beginning August 1st of 2021.
All right, and conservatorship and possession and access, and what do we got?
Regarding that, Your Honor, those issues should remain the same as listed under the temporary order, where I believe there was a non-disclosure as to the custodial parent's name. I'm sorry, her address, and the parties have agreed that Ms. Pinas should remain as the managing conservator, Mr. Avalos as the possessory conservator, and that there will be no geographical restriction regarding the child's residence, as well as a Your Honor, I'm sorry. So as regarding the possession and access, I don't believe that issue was addressed in the temporary order. So that will need to be addressed in the hearing as well today.
Have you discussed it?
We haven't
We
really
have not,
discussed
Your Honor.
it, but-
Unfortunately, I think we hadn't had a chance. I don't believe that either myself or the other parties even realized that the possession and access was not addressed in the temporary order.
Well,
So if we could just go ahead and have a hearing regarding that.
well, no, I expect you to have some type of discussion about it before we have a hearing. We may not have to have a hearing on the possession and access. So we're going to recess for you guys to negotiate the possession and access.
Okay.
And then come on back. And what would be the
Okay.
issue
We'll
that you
step
were
down.
thinking that remained? Ms. Turner, what would be the issues?
The issues that we know remain: the child support, Your Honor, and the retroactive child support.
I thought there was an agreement on the child support. Didn't you just make that announcement?
No,
temporary order
just the medical, just the medical and the dental.
Okay, say that again, Ms. Turner.
No, there was no agreement regarding the child support. They agreed that Mr. Avalos will cover the medical and dental insurance.
Okay, so child support and what else? Retro?
Retro. I think the numbers you heard me read into the record, maybe my internet went out, but that was for the arrearage judgment for the child support and the arrearage for the medical support, but not the actual amounts.
Yeah, you're breaking up a lot. All right, I'm gonna recess this matter so you all can see if you can come to some agreement in terms of the possession and access, and we'll come back after you discuss that.
Okay. May we
All
be
right.
excused for the moment?
For the moment, yes, for the moment.
Thank you. Mr. Leakes, log back into the other Zoom, and Mr. Avalos, log back into the other Zoom for me.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Parker, we're back on the
Robledo matter. Mr. Robledo, can you unmute yourself? Can you guys both unmute yourself? And Ms. Robledo, can you come on camera?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we're on cause number 2020-66944 in the interest of Jonathan and Adeline Robledo. All parties, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, ma'am. Please state your name and your relationship to the children.
My name is Adeline Robledo, and I'm the mother of Jonathan Robledo and Adeline Robledo.
All right, sir. Your name and your relationship to the children.
Jonathan Robledo, and I'm the father.
And for the state.
Sade Parker, Your Honor.
And we have a petition to establish the parent-child relationship. No, I'm sorry, petition and a suit affecting parent-child relationship. We're having a hearing, or do we have agreements?
Your Honor, well, when we were over there, Mr. Robledo now says that he wants to get an attorney. Although this
No.
case,
We're going forward today. Okay.
I know. I want to let, because he said, you know,
Okay.
this is on the hearing docket. We were here last summer. He challenged the AOP. DNA testing was done that confirmed that he is the father. But then the main issue that we have, I can read the other stipulations that we had before. Then the main issue, the amount on the back pay. The amount on the back pay that we came out with is $105 per month. He said he could pay $25 per month. So
what is the total amount of owed?
$14,815, Your Honor.
And the AG says how much a month?
125.
And Mr. Robledo says how much he wants to pay?
25.
Okay. Oh. Okay, Mr. Robledo, that's not going to work. $25 a month doesn't even cover the interest, does it, Mr.
No.
Parker?
So,
No.
so the thing is, I have
No. I'm just telling you right now, $25 a month doesn't even cover the interest.
So
What is the
I
interest?
cannot afford
Sir, I'm not asking you any questions right now. I'll let you say something in a minute. All right. What is the interest on this on that amount, Ms. Parker?
Let me look. 'Cause I don't know off the top of my head, Your Honor.
Well, okay.
Because it's 6% for the whole year, so it's a 0.5% per month.
That's $74 a month or something like that?
Yeah. $74.
All right, Mr. Robledo, you understand that if you don't pay at least $75 a month, that amount is going to be increased every month. You're going to owe more because you're not even paying the interest. Do you understand that, Mr. Robledo?
Can I talk?
Yes, I'm asking you a question. Do you understand that?
Oh, yeah, I understand that.
Okay, so $25 ain't going to work because all that's going to do is increase the amount. It's going to increase the amount every
Okay.
single month.
Okay, so I got a question. So that back child support, y'all based it on my current job, like the number figures?
No,
They based it on what you have earned in the past, what your history is of earning in the past, and what you're earning.
But on what job though?
Well, it doesn't make any
Because
difference what job. What it shows is how much you earned. It doesn't make any difference what
does
job.
make a difference.
No. This
job,
shows this, Mr. Robledo. This
you
shows.
gonna let me talk, or you gonna
No,
talk over me?
no, not yet. I'm in charge of this hearing. Okay, so I get to talk whenever I want to. You get to talk whenever I ask you a question or whenever I ask you to go ahead and say something. So what I'm saying right now is, they looked at your record, and this showed how much you made in the past. Okay, it shows it. They have the record of what you made in the past. So that's what they based it on. Do you understand that?
No.
What is it? What part of that do you not understand?
Whenever you say record, what do you mean by record?
They have how much you made in the past. They have
How long
that
is the
information. They have that information.
Who's they? And what
The
like?
Attorney General's office is able to get all the figures of how much you have made. You know, all that's in the government records, right? You understand that, right?
I guess so. Yeah, I don't really don't understand, but yeah, I guess so. Since you're the boss here, and that's whatever you say goes. So yeah, I guess so.
Well, you asked me the question, and I'm telling you how they arrived at that,
Well,
how they
I'm
figured
asking
that
a
out.
couple of questions. I'm asking a couple of questions, and I still don't understand.
What is it you don't understand?
Whenever you say like they blew the past, 'cause according to the past, on this job I've been less than 3 months. I was laid off from my last job more than 6 months. So when it like, that's what the thing I don't understand. And also, I asked Ms. Parker, hey man, in that case, I gotta get a lawyer so he could explain to me, and he could, explain to me exactly what's going on or how that works. And she says, no, we're not gonna get a lawyer. We gotta get everything worked out today. So
Okay,
Okay,
it's
because
refusing for me to talk to
all right,
a
Miss.
legal
Mi- mi-
representative.
Mr. Robel, already
Uh-huh.
last time you're saying, oh, I'm not the father of these children. I want a DNA test. And
Exactly. Yes.
you had plenty of time to get an attorney, and that was obviously not correct. That you are the father. DNA test report indicates that you are the father. All
Well,
right,
I
you
haven't
just
seen the paperwork. I haven't seen the paperwork. I'm just going by whatever Ms. Parker said.
well,
I
I'm
haven't seen no
telling you.
proof of that. Just because, no, like I
Well,
said,
I have.
I haven't seen nothing. Like I don't get a copy of that. Like it's just because y'all guys
Sure.
say it is,
Has he
it is.
not been sent a copy of that, Miss Parker?
Nope.
it's available in the public record. He never asked for a copy of it. He wants a copy of it. I'll send him a copy of it. He wants a copy of the
Glad to send you a copy of that, Mr. Robledo, so that you can see what it says. You're still saying you're not the father of the children, huh?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that because you say right now. Well, last time, yeah, I had my doubts because whatever happened on the past with me and her, and now the text messages he sent to another person coming out her mouth
All
saying, "Hey, I don't know if he's the father or not," but that's not the point.
right, all right, sir. It's
Okay,
my
the point,
understanding.
the
It's
point right
my
now.
understanding. It's my understanding that you agree to everything except you don't want to pay $125 a month on
I
the.
cannot. There's something I cannot afford because I still got
Okay,
child
okay,
support on my
okay,
other
okay.
daughter.
All right, I understand that. But I'm telling you that that the interest on that is $75 a month. You can't pay less than $75 a month. I'd be happy to order that you pay instead of $125 a month, pay $75 a month. Is that agreeable with you?
Okay, I'll do $75 a month, but there's a way you could fix the child support
That's
because
for the
y'all
back
put him in.
child support. That's for the back
Okay, yeah.
child support only.
Okay, back child support, $75 a month. That's fine. But there's a way you could fix the current child support because y'all put him in the bind. Like I was telling Ms. Parker, the
Yes,
state is looking
everybody
at.
gets in a bind with
Okay, la
child support.
chingada.
Everybody gets in a bind with child support. You
Can I
know.
finish talking?
Okay.
So, like I was telling Ms. Parker, y'all guys started going by, where I'm working around, where I'm working with overtime. I don't do overtime all the time. She says, yes, I understand. Okay, cool. I still have child support on my other daughter. I still gotta pay bills where I live. Gotta pay, the truck note, my expenses, my food, all that stuff. If I make $1,000 a month, a week, after I pay y'all guys the other child support, I'm gonna end up with $100, $200. I cannot live on $100, $200. I'm not refusing to pay. I'm not refusing to pay child support. I'm just asking to be, the numbers be a lot lower.
Well, the numbers are according
And
to the laws of the state of Texas. That's what the guideline is.
I
Everybody,
thought you're
every father wants to pay less child support than what the law says. They never want to, they don't want to pay as much as the law says they have to pay.
oh shit. Okay.
You
So
know.
what? So okay. So like I said, man, I can't afford that much paying a month.
All right. How far, Miss Parker? How far are we doing? How far back are we going on the
It goes
on the retroactive.
to July 7th, 2019, which is when they.
2019. So it's like two years, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
All right. So the retro is just going to increase if we set this matter for a hearing and allow him to get an attorney. Ms. Robledo, you won't lose any money at all. I'm tired of dealing with this gentleman. So I'm going to reset it so you can get an attorney, Mr. Robledo. Okay. And if you show up
Okay.
without an attorney, you're going to be representing yourself, and we're going to have a full hearing, and I'm going to make a decision. Understood?
Okay. Yeah. Can it be? Can it not be on Zoom?
No, it has to be on Zoom.
I thought the courts were open already.
Well, you're wrong.
Your Honor, can I say something?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
I mean, that's fine. I agree with what you're saying. I don't know why is he complaining about the money for his kids. He also he said something about he was gonna go out of town. He was gonna go to Las Vegas. So, but I
Yeah.
agree with your decision. And am I gonna be receiving like a notice by mail?
Yes,
To say,
the Attorney General's office will give you. I'm going to give you a date right now, so you know what
oh,
date to come
okay,
back. Okay.
okay, that's fine.
All right, Maria, give me a date. About 60 days. All right, this matter is being reset to September the 28th, 2000 and, I'm sorry, 29th, September 29th, 2021. You understand that, Mr. Robledo?
Yeah.
All right. You got what
I didn't catch
you
your
got.
name. What was your name, Chief?
My name,
Yes, sir.
David Longoria.
David Longoria. That's David Longoria.
Yeah, la pescas. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, all right. You guys can hang up because you can't sign anything, Mr. Robledo, so you can hang up.
So I don't
I got a
have.
question, Ms. Parker.
No, sir. You go back to the other. If you have any
Yeah, I can't
questions,
answer.
if any of you have any questions of the AG, please go back to the other number, the other Zoom
All
hearing.
right. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Okay. Where are we now? Oh, Ms. Turner, what are we dealing with now? Aviles and Peña?
Yes, we're back on the record, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Hold on a minute. Let me pull that up. This has been a crazy day today. Robledo. Okay. Okay, we're back on the record, cause number 2024-0825 in the interest of Samaya Peña. For the court is the mother with her attorney, Mr. Lecas. The father is present pro se. This is a petition to establish a parent-child relationship. We're having a hearing. Certain stipulations. Let's read the stipulations into the record again. Or have you agreed to some possession and access?
Your Honor, it was brought to my attention after we logged off that the reason why there was no possession and access listed in the temporary order was because Mr. Aviles has agreed and stated that he is not interested in having visitation with the child. And so that was the agreement, no possession and access.
Oh, well, where's Mr. Aviles now?
I thought he was just on.
Well, he was on, but now he's gone. This is crazy today. Mama said there'd be days like this.
Clearly. That is weird.
And you're frozen, biting your lower lip.
Me?
Yes. You're all right now.
Me?
No, you're frozen again. Yes.
Talking about her.
Oh my God. Okay. While we're waiting on him, I'm going to grab my MyFi.
You're going to grab your what? There he is.
I was going to grab my internet and put it right next to me, my hotspot.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's do that because it makes it a lot easier.
I lost connection.
No, you're still there.
All right.
He's working out a hotspot.
Mr. Lakes, you still on the screen?
Yeah, my
Okay.
client with me. Yeah.
All right. And Mr. Aviles, I can't see you. You've got a bright light behind you, and there's no other light. That's all I can see is a bright light. There we go. Okay, now we're getting better. No.
Let me fix it.
Okay.
Okay, Miss Turner. Now
Okay.
have we come to any type of an agreement on the possession and access?
Yes, Your Honor. My understanding is that the parties have agreed that there will be no visitation in reference to the child. Mr. Aviles is saying.
Is that your agreement, Mr. Aviles?
Yes.
And Mr. Lakes, is that your agreement also?
Yes, that's my client's agreement.
Okay. And so the issues then will be what, Miss Turner?
Child support and retroactive child support.
All right, let's proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, the state would like to call Mr. Aviles. Mr. Aviles, are you currently employed?
Yes.
And where do you work?
Brand Safeway.
And how long have you been working at Bryan Safeway?
5 years.
5 years. Okay, so you were working there at the time that the child was born. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes.
And did you have an opportunity to provide your recent pay to myself and opposing counsel today?
Yes.
At this time, Your Honor, the state would like to offer into evidence what has been marked as State's Exhibit 1, which is the most recent paycheck stub submitted to both parties, myself and Attorney Lekas.
Any objection, Mr. Lakes?
No, but what date was that on that check? Because you got me 3 of them.
Yes, the pay period date, the pay date, 7/23 of this year.
Okay. No objection.
All right, Mr. Aviles, any objections to this being admitted into evidence?
No.
All right, State's Exhibit 1 is admitted.
And Mr. Aviles, do you have that pay period or that paycheck stub in front of you right now, or are you able to pull it up?
I believe I'm able to pull it up.
Okay, could you pull it up for me, please?
Yes, give me 1 second. What was the pay period? I'm sorry.
The statement
pay
date
was
is
on
July 23rd.
July 23rd.
That's the advice date. The pay period
Yeah.
is 7/12 to 7/18.
Advice day 7/23, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, I pulled it up.
All right, and Mr. Aviles, could you read into the record what your gross year-to-date earnings are listed under This is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that 6th line on the left-hand column. Could you read gross pay into the record for me?
6849.30.
And
I
Mr.
think it's
Abbott,
I think it's $60,849.30. Correct?
correct.
Correct. Correct.
Okay. All right.
And Mr. Avalos, how are you paid? Are you paid weekly or biweekly?
Weekly.
And today, Mr. Avalos, did you have an opportunity to go over the numbers regarding your gross year-to-date earnings with myself to determine what your gross monthly income was averaging out based off of your check stubs today?
Yes.
And at that time, after we reviewed your check stubs, your gross monthly income based off of your check stubs was $9,417.15 from what I calculated. Is that correct?
From what you calculated, yes.
And how many biological children other than this child do you have, Mr. Evelyn?
3.
And are they all under the age of 18?
No.
They're not?
Are they
How
under?
many?
They're under the age of 18. I'm sorry, you broke up.
Okay, and do you have a child support obligation for any of those 3 children?
Currently, just 2.
And the 3rd child, does that child live with you?
Yes.
Okay. And you are covering, you also had an opportunity to provide me the calculations for your medical and your dental insurance as well. Is that also correct?
That is correct.
And based off of what you would be paying to add this child to your medical insurance, the total amount for medical and dental, or the credit that would be factored in, was $164.24. Does that sound about right? Each month?
Yes. It's the.
And
I'm sorry.
And after we took into account what you would be paying for the medical insurance for this child and your other 3 children, it was stated to you at that time that the guideline child support amount based off of the Texas Family Code would be $1,036. Is that also correct?
What was the amount again? I'm sorry.
$1,036 for the guideline child support amount. That's what it was calculated to be. Is that correct?
Yes.
And were you in agreement with that child support amount?
No.
And why is that, Mr. Evelis?
Because my hours fluctuate. And right now, since we're in a pandemic, and also I'm not working the hours that I used to work. It's just you're basing off of the year-to-date gross, and you're basing yourselves off of $100,000 a year. There's nowhere near that I can get to that point.
But you
Going like
yourself you yourself, Mr. Avalis, were in fact the one who provided these check stubs to myself today, correct?
Yes, correct.
It is in fact the most recent paycheck stub that you have in your possession as of today's date.
Yes.
And have you provided financial support for this child since the child's date of birth up through May 31st of this year?
Not from the date of birth, only until they established on May 3rd, which was the first child support was June 1st.
Right. So prior to that date, you have not provided financial support. Is that correct?
Correct.
And do you feel that any retroactive child support should be ordered today?
No.
And why is that?
Because I don't believe I'm entitled to pay the retroactive. Not until I found out that it was my child.
Okay, so is it your testimony that you did not know prior to the DNA results that it was your child?
Yeah, I did not know until I was told on May 3rd.
So when Miss Pena became pregnant, or when she found out she was pregnant, did she ever contact you?
She did.
Okay, and did she ever state to you that she was pregnant with your child?
She did, but she also said that she also told another individual that it was his child as well. So,
And have you ever visited with the child at any time prior to the child support proceedings taking place?
nope, never.
Have you ever spoken with Ms. Pena regarding the child and the child's general welfare, or just contacted her to figure out how the child was doing?
Nope, never.
So is it your testimony that you have never had a conversation regarding whether or not this was your child
Never.
prior to these court proceedings?
Never.
No further questions. Witness, I'll pass the witness.
Mr. Lucas?
Mr. Aviles, in the checks that you supplied, you also supplied one advice date 7/9/2021 for the period ending 7/4/2021. Do you have that check in front of you?
What's the advice date?
7/9/2021.
Yeah, I pulled it up.
And the gross pay as of that date is how much, if you can read that into the record?
$57,607.15.
And that's about half the year, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and prior to the child being born, you and Miss Pena had a DNA test done on that child, correct?
No,
Yes.
prior
Well,
to the child being born, did you say?
Yes.
Oh, prior to the child being born, no.
You never had a DNA test prior to the AG's order of having a test?
No, only court ordered.
And you're swearing under oath you never did that?
Correct.
And you don't recall a conversation with her where y'all talked about whether to buy the results?
Never.
Would like to play that conversation at this time. Play it on loud.
And then they'll mail it to you. But if you pay it all together, I guess they'll mail it sooner. Tomorrow, they have it scheduled work tomorrow with the person. So now that you know, you said based on what you tell me. Did you? Yeah, but I didn't say that. I didn't say that you were. But I don't understand es por qué quieres pagarlo el dinero. Like, what do you need the paper for? So you don't want it? Yo porque lo ocupo. I know, you know, like, so what do you need it for? Why do you want the hard copy? No. I know sooner or later you're gonna want to take legal action. And you're gonna need that paper. I don't need that paper. Okay. What do I need that paper for? If you already know, that's unless I wouldn't need that paper unless you're telling them or denying her. But you probably would because you already do. Okay. I'm just telling you what they say. I understand. Just let me know if you do. That way I can either. If I do what? Want to go get it? That way I can give you the cash. I don't need it. Okay. I don't need cash for that. I need cash for her. stuff, Urban. I'm just saying, like, I just think it's stupid that we pay $400 for the piece of paper. I need to start buying her stuff. Like, yeah, I started buying her clothes and socks and bottles. Well, I've only bought her one bottle, but she's going to need things, and I'm gonna work until I can't work no more, and I'm gonna save. I'm trying to save the money.
I completely understand. I understand. And I'm saying, but I'm just saying it's gonna be way harder for me to start ditching out money just like that. You already know that. So the money that I'm supposed to be giving you to go get that, I guess I can give it to you, and you can do it however you can use the money to wherever you want to use it to.
And why did you have to answer me like that yesterday?
All I did was I didn't in the text message. In a text message, it sounds way different towards what the expression comes out of my mouth, right?
I guess.
No, I'm not saying you can.
Why do you need me to be there? Why do you want me to be there? Like, I want you to be there. You can see me. Like, she'll be bigger. And I know you probably don't care. And I know you probably, I don't know what you think. I don't know what goes through your mind. I don't know what you feel. I don't want you to hate her. I don't want you to treat her different because she is going to carry your blood and my blood. So I don't want you to treat her different.
It's just something that we got to
And I know you say it's my decision, Urban, but it's your daughter. Your first daughter, like, my first daughter, like, you need to understand, like, this is not something we planned. This is not something we thought was going to happen. This is not anything we were prepared for, anything we ever, yeah, we sat down, we said, and you said, I want you to have my baby. But in all reality, like, we didn't mean that. We never meant that. We just told each other what we wanted to hear. And now it's here, and it's said, and it's done. And my daughter doesn't, not my daughter, our daughter doesn't, she doesn't deserve to be, like, mistreated or treated differently. Or it's not her fault. We're grown. Like, we both knew our consequences if this could ever happen. Like, never did we ever think this was going to happen.
How long is this conversation, Mr. Lickens?
6 minutes, so I think we're near the end.
Okay.
I think we've heard about 5 minutes of it.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, that's all we needed, Judge. So you remember that conversation, Mr. Aviles?
Yes.
And that was prior to the child being born, correct?
Correct.
And that was after y'all had gotten the results of the DNA test, but you didn't want to pay for the actual hard copy, correct?
There was never a paternity test unless she has proof of the paternity test.
There was a DNA test, correct?
Is there proof?
Is there a DNA? Did you do a DNA test? That's what I'm asking you. But you didn't want to pay for the hard copy.
There's no proof of a DNA test.
You didn't objection, non-responsive.
Sustain. Listen to the question, Mr. Aviles. Repeat the question, please.
You did a DNA test, but you didn't want to buy the hard copy, correct?
No.
Okay. Now, lately you've been promoted to general foreman, isn't that correct?
That's not correct.
I'll pass the witness.
Ms. Turner, unmute yourself. All right.
At this time, the state would like to call Ms. Pena.
All right.
Ms. Pena, you were provided the guideline child support calculation or the calculated amount, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And were you in agreement with that amount being ordered here by this court today?
Yes, ma'am.
And you believe that this court entering an order regarding the child support based off of the Texas Family Code in the amount of $1,036 would be in the best interest of your child?
Yes.
I'm sorry?
Yes, ma'am.
And also, isn't it true that at the last court date, you were even willing to do a temporary order to give time for Mr. Avalos to have his third child be counted in the child support calculation to be factored in? Is that correct?
Yes.
And so would you say that you've been more than fair in regards to what you feel should be considered in regards to calculating the child support?
I do. I don't bother him. I don't give him a hard time. It's not for me, it's for my daughter.
And since your child's date of birth in June of, I believe she was born in June of 2020, is that correct?
June 2nd.
And has Mr. Avalos provided any sort of financial support to you for your daughter prior to the temporary order?
No, ma'am.
And have you ever contacted Mr. Avalos requesting some sort of financial support for the benefit of your child?
Before she was born, not after.
Okay. But you did let him know that your child had been born, or your child, both of your child had been born,
Yes,
correct?
ma'am. I sent pictures
And so he was well aware that he had another child on this earth, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And yet and still he did not attempt to provide any sort of financial support for your child.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And are you asking this court to enter a retroactive child support judgment regarding this child, for this child?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you asking this court to order that retroactive child support begin from the date of birth all the way up through May 31st of 2021?
Yes.
And that is because the child support under the temporary order began in June of 2021.
Yes. She was already a year old.
Okay. So that's a total of 12 months of retroactive child support. Is that also correct?
Yes.
No further questions for the witness. I'll pass the witness.
Wait a minute. This child was born June?
June 2nd.
June of 2020, Your Honor.
All right. So we've got, okay, that's 7 months in 2020. Is that correct? And 5 months in 221?
Yes.
For a total of 12 months?
Isn't that
Okay.
12?
All right. Go ahead. All right,
No further questions for this witness.
all right,
I'll pass the witness.
Mr. Aviles, do you have any questions for the mother?
No.
Mr. Lakes, do you have any questions for your client?
Just a couple. The conversation we played, y'all had done DNA prior to the child being born, is that correct?
Yes.
And how do you do that?
They took my blood and he had to get swabbed.
Okay. So that was non-invasive?
Non-invasive.
And the DNA results showed he was the father, correct?
Yes.
And the conversation was about whether to buy the actual results, correct?
Yes.
And y'all decided not to spend the extra money, correct?
Yes. He wanted to, I didn't want to.
Okay. And that was done about when you were about 3 months pregnant?
Yes.
Pass the witness.
Ms. Turner?
No further witnesses, Your Honor. However, I would like to make a closing.
All right,
I'll
Mr.
rest.
Lakes, do you have any witnesses you wish to present?
No, Judge. We're done.
All right, Mr. Aviles, do you have any witnesses you wish to present?
No.
All right. Do you have a final argument, Ms. Turner?
Yes, Your Honor. The state would ask that the court make a ruling regarding the child support based off of the Texas Family Code guidelines and the evidence and testimony that was presented here in court today. And that guideline amount would be the $1,036 beginning August 1st of 2021. Would also ask that the court make a ruling regarding the retroactive child support for a period of 12 months, taking into consideration that during the retroactive time frame, the third child of Mr. Avalos was not born at that time. And so therefore, only 2 additional children should be considered into that determination, which I believe that would mean it would be calculated at 16%. Percentage based off of the Texas Family Code, and use the information testimony that Mr. Avalos himself provided here today regarding the fact that he has been at this employer for the last 5 years. And so therefore he was working at this same employer at the time of the child's birth, all the way up through May 31st of 2021, and enter a retroactive child support judgment for that time frame in the amount of $13,800 in back child support instead of payout regarding that.
Anything further? Ms. Turner, you
Nothing further from myself, Your Honor.
all right, Mr. Lakos, any final
Yeah,
argument?
I'm here.
Judge, I think she covered it pretty well. We don't really have anything
right.
else to add to that.
Mr. Aviles, you anything further you want to say?
Yes, as far as her letting me know that the child was born, I was never let know of the child. I was never involved in the child's life. I don't know her birthday. I don't even know her name other than whenever the paperwork came in hand. So that's all I got.
All right. All right, court orders and finds the best interest of the child that the father pay child support in the amount of $1,036 a month. Begin and beginning August 1st, 2021, retro child support judgments awarded an amount of $13,800 to be paid at the rate of $100 a month beginning August 1st, 2021. All other stipulations are approved. Anything further, Ms. Turner?
Nothing further, Your Honor. May we be excused?
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right. You can log back into the